Good morning, traders. I am Stephen Davis, Senior Market Strategist. RJO Futures. It's Friday morning here, May 3rd. We're here to talk to you about the grain markets. Okay, we'll start with the corn market. First chart of corn here we put in front of you. Corn's in a pretty good technical spot. Notice you got 4 days now of higher highs and higher lows. And the real news feature is the weather, and it's wet, and we've got delayed corn planting out there. So the Mississippi River is as high as it's ever been for a long time. St. Louis, Mississippi River path will be closed next week. There's barges of fertilizer in St. Louis trying to make its way up to the Twin Cities to get fertilizer to the northern Corn Belt. Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So last year we did have delayed planting when you had a very good crop. So it's still early, so weather's certainly a concern here as we move into the month of May. Monday, looking ahead, you'll see corn planting perhaps 25%. So it's very important in the next week or two that we move ahead here and get 50-60% of the corn planted. So we'll be talking about that next Friday. Demand is key. Exports are key. We had a lower export number this week in corn. So a couple of things holding corn back. The ethanol market is digesting here, and Argentina and Brazil corn situation growing larger here, and exports were kind of stumbling along here recently. So we need to pick this demand scenario up here. Next chart is soybean, and again here trending lower. Yesterday, soybeans down, and open interest in soybeans up 11,500 contracts. So new selling coming into the marketplace. And it's humbling to talk about markets and predict where they're going to go. And in early April, a month ago, I said a little bit, the soybean markets were above some moving averages, trying to hold on here. And now you're seeing exports lag. You're seeing this weather scenario. If they can't plant corn, they're going to plant more soybeans. And Argentine soybeans are the cheapest soybean in the world today. So this soybean chart really crying out here, do not plant me. Do not plant me here in North America. So a lot of soybeans in the world today, and the market is aware of that. Wheat market here, our third chart, you can see wheat. We're getting a short covering bounce. Last year at this time, we did rally pretty good, the wheat market. So seasonally, this is a time of year for wheat to try to rally, and it's short covering when it does. This weakness in wheat is holding corn back, so we'll see how we wrap up the week here, and weather very important. China, USA now, these talks, they were in Beijing, the US people, and now we're coming back to Washington, D.C. Lighthizer, our U.S. representative, doing amazing a job here, and we've come too far to let this slip. So these meetings in Washington, D.C., just paramount here to get these trade tariffs worked out between China and USA. Everybody have an excellent weekend.